Now part 2 of my round at Big Rock Indian Springs is starting off with my found footage of hole 8 that was missing in part 1. And it starts off with a ding. Okay, take 2. So you may already know that I carded a quad on this hole, a hole that features a penalty, mishits, hazards, and bad putting. Obviously you never planned for this, for the dreaded blow-up hole. I'm really going to work on eliminating all quads from my rounds. And then from there, try to eliminate all triples. Can't have those if you're trying to consistently score in the 80s. So finally, starting the back 9, that quad brings me to a plus 15 for the round so far. Now that slightly chunky fading tee shot ends up in an approachable distance. The second shot is 135 yards out, and I hit a beauty with my pitching wedge. It's on target, but does end up landing slightly past the hole. Now have a birdie chance putt here, was a little intimidated and didn't give it a chance, as it ends up short and under the hole. But after that quad, I'm extremely happy to tap in for the par. Moving on to hole 11, which is a 391 yard par 4. Now another shaky tee shot with my 4 hybrid, but I'm still in the fairway. Still got 204 yards to the flag, trying to get as close as possible with my 5 iron. I don't really have any confidence to get on the green at that number. Anyways, my shot was off target and pushed, and I have a short 30-yard approach. It actually ends up being pretty decent, giving me a chance to at least 2-putt for bogey. But a bit of unraveling goes on here. Really weak mental game. I don't treat every putt the same. I just walked up to it without reading it, and yeah, just dumb mistakes when every stroke is valuable. So there goes the dreaded 4-putt for a triple. On a random side note, working on my golf vlogs, I've come to realize just how much work it is making these, and I only have myself to blame, because I'm pretty bad at golf. I have to film more swings, which means more video clips to edit, more commentary to think of and record, longer videos to render, more information to include, and the list goes on. And it's one of the big reasons I have to split up my course vlogs into 2 parts. It just takes too long to do all 18 holes. So I look forward to the time where I only need to film like 70 to 80 swings around. But until then, I gotta plug away, rewatching my shanks over and over again 100+ times. So back to hole 12, I hit my putt for bogey too hard and it flies past the hole. Way too far for it to be a stress-free second putt. I barely miss it again and will have to finish hole 12 with a 3-putt triple. Now coming up is a 515 yard par 5, still no driver, it's 4 hybrid only, and I hit a solid tee shot. Now those are the feelings you keep chasing after. Still about 300 yards to the pin, but that's no problem. The goal is to get it on in 3, so I lay up with a 6 iron and proceed to hit another solid shot. But an ominous feeling looms over me since I hit 2 great shots in a row. It's only 90 yards to the flag, but my approach doesn't go very far as I chunk my wedge shot. It's still okay though, hitting my 4th, only 35 yards, but it's another brain fart moment and leave that chip well short of the green. Okay, so new plan, do a little bump with my 48 degree, which is what I should have done earlier, but this time I go too far. Now what a frustrating hole this is turning out to be. Got a tough little downhill putt here that trickles away from the hole. Good effort though, but alas, it ends up being a double. Going from a par 5 to a par 3 now, have a pretty daunting view of the green with all that water in front, but I splashed the green, not the water, with my gap wedge, giving me a legit chance at birdie. I took my time lining up my ball for this slightly uphill birdie putt, but I was a bit offline and missed it left. After a triple, double, I am very happy for this par, but this happiness disappears instantly. Oof, that's a bad top with my 4 hybrid that doesn't even reach the green part of the fairway. Still got a ways to go, so I'm trying to get on in 2 from there, so going with a smooth 7 iron to make some sort of forward progress. Only 76 yards to go, but as you know, this yardage is my nemesis. It's such an awkward distance for me. I managed to get the right number, but it goes way right, leaving me with an impossible putt to save par. And this one, I did not get a good read on this one at all. From where I was, I thought the line was good, but I should have taken the time to try and see it from the opposite side, because it's so obvious how it's breaking from this angle. So with it flying past the hole, I give myself another tough putt that almost goes in. But it's yet another 3-putt double. So hole 16 is another par 4, and a pretty long one at that, measuring 435 yards. I make up for that bad tee shot on the last hole and hit a good one down the middle. Now this particular hole is more or less the same as all my previous holes. It's layup after layup, an ugly approach shot with my wedge, and then proceed with a 3 or 4 putt for double or triple, rinse and repeat. But this particular hole has the added bonus of the can't help but just laugh putt. If that's the reason I don't break 100 here, ooh man. Well, whatever. It's back to a par 3 and I hit a chunky 6-iron that ends up well short of the green. Now that's one thing about this course, their par 3s are really long. So I have about a 50-yarder for my second shot, and surprisingly I get some good contact on the ball and manage a decent chip onto the green. Now I still have a chance for par, albeit a slim one. I misjudged the speed for this line and end up a bit short. But it does end up in gimme range, so I take a 2-putt bogey on this par 3. We end our round here at Big Rock, Indian Springs with a monster of a par 5, 540 yards. Now kind of a side note, I've played a few rounds since the recording of this, but it's all pretty much the same style of gameplay. And I've realized that I've been playing just too conservatively, with layup after layup. And it's not even really helping my score. An example of this, and it happens really often, is I laser a second shot to be about 190 or 210 to the flag. I then go maybe pitching wedge or 9-iron or some other higher lofted club to give myself either 50 or 100 yards to the flag, all to avoid using my 4 hybrid or 5-iron to get on the green. I'm realizing that's not really helping my score, because I'm noticing that I'm giving myself more chances to miss hit. I feel like now I should just try to go for it, because even if I miss hit it, it's still a miss hit, but it would end up closer to the green than the miss hit with my 9-iron. I'm not sure if I'm making sense right now, but it does in my head. Basically, give myself a chance and trust my swing. And I think I'm going to bring back my driver. You can't lock it away forever, right? You're going to need your driver eventually to get the lower scores. Plus, golf is about fun, right? And driver is fun. Okay, so I've obviously bleeded into my end of video ramblings. I'm sure you saw the scorecard for my round here at Big Rock, Indian Springs. It was a humbling 101. Now, as far as a review for this golf course, I'd say it's a pretty good track. Like a solid 7, 7.5 out of 10 kind of track. It could be higher, but I'm comparing it with other really nice courses that are in the Palm Springs area. If you're planning a trip out here, I don't think you have to add it to your list of must plays. But if you do play it, you'll have a good round. The green fee isn't too bad, and it's pretty well maintained. Alright, enough rambling. Thanks for watching.